God says congratulations. Archangel Michael says your red alert has arrived, and your angel is not allowing you to skip this message at any cost. This moment you are reading is not an accident. This is not ordinary text on a screen. It is a vibration that heaven itself has pushed into your hands. The words you are seeing are not random letters, they are a living current. They carry the weight of destiny. They carry the tears of angels who have been fighting for you while you slept. They carry the prayers that you whispered when no one was listening. They carry the echoes of the promises you forgot you made to heaven, and they carry the answers to the questions you thought would never be answered. This is why you are being congratulated. This is why Archangel Michael himself is warning you not to skip. This is why your heart feels strange as you read. This is not a warning to scare you but a lifeline to save you from what was being prepared against you. This is a gentle but firm hand pulling you back from the edge. This is a holy interruption of a cycle that has been repeating in your life for years. As you read these words, heaven bends low. Archangel Michael is not a symbol in this moment, he is a presence. He is standing by you, wings outstretched, shielding you from darts you cannot see. Every dart of envy, every whisper of malice, every plot formed behind your back is being intercepted. Your angel has refused permission for any of these things to cross the line drawn around you. That is why this message had to reach you. If you had scrolled away, if you had treated this like every other message, a door would have stayed closed that was meant to open tonight. Heaven cannot force you to open your eyes, but heaven can send words like these to jolt you awake. Heaven can shake the ground under your feet just enough to get you to stop and read. This is why Archangel Michael is crying out, do not skip, do not ignore, do not underestimate. This is not a performance. This is a rescue. God says you have been under watch. Not the watch of malice but the watch of mercy. Your tears have been collected. Your prayers have been recorded. Even your silence has been noticed. When you sat in your room thinking no one saw you, heaven saw you. When you gave up on a dream, heaven did not. When you said, I am alone, an angel was sent to stand at your side even if you could not feel him. That angel's assignment is reaching its crescendo now. That is why the alert is red. That is why the congratulations is urgent. That is why the words you are reading feel like they are speaking directly to you. They are. You have been through seasons of delay, of hidden warfare, of betrayal, of being misunderstood. Some people celebrated you to your face and cursed you behind your back. Some hands you fed became the same hands that built walls against you. Some smiles you trusted hid knives. Some promises you believed were only traps to keep you small. But heaven has seen it all. Archangel Michael has recorded it all. None of it has been wasted. Every tear you cried has been turned into a seed for your future. Every night you couldn't sleep became an hour angels fought for you. Every moment you thought you were forgotten became an entry in heaven's book of remembrance. And now, as you are reading this, something is shifting. The door you have been knocking on is about to open, but it could only open after you were warned, after you were pulled away from the wrong path, after you were separated from what was trying to destroy you. That is what this message is doing. This is your moment of decision. You have been waiting for a sign, and this is it. You have been asking for a clear voice, and this is it. You have been wondering if heaven still hears you, and this is your answer. Do not take this lightly. This is the alert that stops the cycle. This is the alert that turns the tables. This is the alert that says, no more delay. This is the alert that says, you are chosen. This is the alert that says, the trap is broken. This is the alert that says, get ready. God says the congratulations is not just a word but a decree. Congratulations because what was stolen is returning. Congratulations because the curse is broken. Congratulations because the person who tried to bury you has just been exposed. Congratulations because the letter that was sent against you has been intercepted. Congratulations because the season of being last is over. Congratulations because your angel has been fighting day and night to keep you alive until this moment. Congratulations because the hidden inheritance is being revealed. Congratulations because your name has been whispered in rooms you haven't entered yet. Congratulations because your destiny is bigger than the lies told about you. Congratulations because you survived what was designed to kill you. Congratulations because the secret your enemy tried to hide is about to be shouted from the rooftops. Congratulations because your path is clearing even as you read. Archangel Michael says this is not a joke. This is not a game. This is a spiritual emergency that will end in your favor if you do not turn away now. The reason you feel urgency is because there is urgency. The reason your angel will not let you skip is because skipping this would leave you blind to what heaven is trying to do. The reason the message is long is because heaven is pouring out everything you need to know in this hour. Every sentence you read is part of a shield. Every line you read is part of a map. Every word you read is part of a healing. Do not rush. Let the words wash over you. Let the truth find you. Let the warning save you. God says the people who underestimated you are about to be shocked. The same ones who mocked your prayers will witness your breakthrough. The same ones who thought they could erase your name will watch your name rise. The same ones who tried to bind you with shame will watch you walk free. The same ones who whispered against you will not be able to explain your blessing. This is why the alert is red. Because the shift is sudden. Because the tables are turning in real time. Because you are about to be moved from a hidden place to a visible place. Because the page is turning in your story. Because the chapter of survival is closing and the chapter of reigning is opening. You have been kept for such a time as this. You were not allowed to die. You were not allowed to lose your mind. You were not allowed to disappear. You were preserved because your assignment is not over. You were protected because your name is written in a book no one can erase. You were covered because the prayers of your ancestors still speak. You were hidden because exposure before time would have destroyed you. But now the time is right. Now the hour has come. Now the hidden will be revealed. Now the crooked will be straightened. Now the dry ground will produce. Now the chains will fall. Now the false accusations will be silenced. Now the one who tried to curse you will have to watch you be blessed. Archangel Michael says, breathe. You are safe as you read this. The war was fought so you could see this day. The danger you felt but could not name was real, but it is being neutralized. The delay that frustrated you was not punishment but protection. The silence from heaven was not rejection but preparation. The tears you cried alone were not wasted but turned into power. The dreams you had that seemed impossible were not fantasies but previews. You are stepping into what you saw. You are becoming what you dreamed. You are holding what you prayed for. This is why heaven is telling you congratulations. This is why your angel is telling you red alert. This is why you cannot skip. Keep reading. Let this sink deep. Do not be afraid. You are loved. You are chosen. You are covered. You are not alone. The message has reached you because it was meant to. The warning has reached you because it was necessary. The blessing has reached you because it is time. The congratulations have reached you because you survived. The red alert has reached you because heaven is moving quickly. The angel has reached you because you were not supposed to miss this moment. God says, Archangel Michael speaks, congratulations, beloved child of light, for this is not an ordinary hour but the very hour when heaven bends down to whisper to you and only you. You are reading this because the angels have encircled you. They have placed a red alert on your soul, not to harm you but to keep you from missing what has been prepared. They are not allowing you to skip this message at any cost because skipping it would mean walking past an open door that heaven itself has unlocked for you. They know your tears, they know the secret nights you have prayed, and they know the storms that tried to drown you. That is why you are reading now, for heaven says this is your moment of revelation, your moment of turning, your moment of unstoppable protection. Archangel Michael says to you, do not take this lightly. This is a divine red alert of love, not of fear. It is a call from the throne of God to remind you that you are not forgotten, you are not left behind, and you are not alone. For so long you have walked through valleys that seemed endless, for so long you have carried burdens that no one else could see, and for so long you have questioned if God even heard you. Hear this, the heavens have heard you. This very moment is not a coincidence. You were guided here because an answer has been released into your life. It may not look like the answer you imagined, but it is more than you could have dreamed. You are chosen to see this miracle, and if you receive it, no force on earth or in the unseen can take it from you. Archangel Michael's voice trembles with urgency as he says, "Do not delay." For each second that passes without your heart opening, the enemy of your soul tries to weave another web. But the angels of God are already unraveling that web. They are standing around you even now, lifting swords of light, cutting through contracts of darkness, canceling the plans of those who whispered your name with envy. They are erasing lies, breaking chains, exposing secret plots. You have been kept in the dark about certain things, but not anymore. The time of exposure has come, and you are being protected even as you read these words. You have been told lies about yourself. People have taken your picture, your name, your essence into places of secrecy, thinking that their schemes would never be known. But heaven says, nothing done in darkness stays hidden forever. Heaven says, everything done against you will be reversed, everything meant to harm you will be transformed into a stepping stone, everything meant to shame you will be turned into your crown. That is why the angels are saying you must not skip this. This message is not another passing word. It is the cord that pulls you out of a pit. It is the key that unlocks a sealed door. It is the trumpet that breaks your night of silence. God says to you, beloved, this is a day of congratulations, because a shift has already begun even before you opened your eyes this morning. While you slept, angels were dispatched. While you dreamed, assignments were canceled. While you prayed in your sleep, heaven responded. That is why the pressure you have been feeling is not a sign of defeat but a sign of birth. Something is being birthed through you. You have been misjudged, misunderstood, misnamed, but God has not misheard you. God is answering now. Archangel Michael is weeping with compassion because of how long you have carried this alone. He is shouting with urgency because of how close you are to the threshold. He says, open your heart now. Let these words enter not just your mind but your spirit. This is not a joke. This is not a random message. This is the angels breaking protocol to reach you one more time. If you skip it, you will cry later because you will realize that you had been offered a lifeline. But if you open it now, the heaviness will begin to lift, and you will see with your own eyes the first flicker of the miracle. God says, your red alert has arrived, not to frighten you but to awaken you. It is a heavenly siren saying your night season is over. The reason it feels intense is because the tide has shifted. Old battles are closing. New blessings are opening. You are stepping into a season where hidden helpers will appear, where lost opportunities will return, where doors shut long ago will creak open at the sound of your name. You will begin to see faces of people you never expected, bringing news you had given up on. You will begin to feel lighter, clearer, stronger, because the Spirit of God is breathing over you even now. Archangel Michael says, remember how many times you almost gave up but didn't. Remember how many nights you almost broke but stayed. Those were not wasted moments. Every tear you cried has been gathered. Every prayer you whispered has been stored. Now the storehouse is opening, and what was held back is being poured out. But you must stay awake. You must not treat this as another ordinary scroll of text. Heaven is speaking through the lines to call your heart back to faith. You have asked, why me? Why am I the one to read this? The answer is because heaven knows you are at the edge of a choice. There are things about to be revealed to you. There are names that will come to your mind, situations you will suddenly understand, mysteries that will unfold. You will realize who was true and who was false. You will realize where to step and where not to step. You will feel a new strength rising in you to say no where you used to say yes, and to say yes where you used to hesitate. This is the red alert, a loving intervention to protect your destiny. Do not be afraid. Do not panic. This is a congratulation disguised as a warning. You are being congratulated because you survived what should have destroyed you. You are being congratulated because you are still here reading this. You are being congratulated because the angels fought for you when you didn't even know they were there. And now you are being called to arise, to open, to receive, to trust. God says congratulations, beloved soul, because the moment you have been secretly praying for has arrived. Even though the air around you has been heavy and the nights have felt long and endless, you are standing now at the doorway of a great and unstoppable revelation, and the angels have been moving constantly around you unseen, waiting for you to receive this confirmation. Archangel Michael says your red alert has arrived not as a punishment but as an emergency blessing to push you away from danger and into the arms of safety, because there are things happening behind curtains you cannot yet see. And if you skip this message, you will not just feel regret, you will feel the tears of lost timing. So listen now while heaven speaks directly to you. The heavens whisper your name with such urgency because in the quiet hours when you felt no one cared, angels were writing your name on their scrolls. Michael himself stood at the edge of your room last night with a sword of light, crying out in prayer for you, because he knows the weight of what you have been carrying and the hidden plots against you that heaven is about to expose and stop. The reason this message feels like it is calling you personally is because it is. God says you are not reading empty words, you are reading a living decree. You are not encountering chance, you are encountering appointment. The sound of my words through this message is not just sound, it is spirit carrying answers into the very places of your life where you have been wounded and confused for too long. And as you read, you will feel the stirring of recognition inside your soul, because this is your moment of awakening. Archangel Michael says, do not ignore the trembling in your chest. It is not fear, it is the vibration of truth confirming itself inside you. Your angel is not allowing you to skip this at any cost, because they see what is about to unfold behind you and ahead of you, and they are fighting to ensure You step through the correct door rather than the trap door that was being prepared for you. God says even now someone has been speaking your name in a way that is not love and not light, and that is why you felt sudden waves of heaviness for no reason, but heaven is answering before the harm can reach you. Heaven is placing a divine stop sign in front of the plotter. Heaven is exposing the handwriting of those who wrote against you. Heaven is rewriting the script in your favor, and as you take in these words you are stepping under that covering of protection. It is not by accident you have found this, it is because heaven has chosen this exact moment for your deliverance. God says, I saw the tears you did not post about, I heard the cries you did not tell anyone, and I have sent Michael to stand between you and what is coming. Michael is crying loudly in the courts of heaven because of how long you have been ignored and how heavy the injustice has been on you, but his cry is not hopeless. His cry is a war cry that triggers a reversal in your favor right now. God says the red alert is not to frighten you but to rescue you, to pull you out before the door closes, because there are only moments left before the shift occurs. Heaven says do not doubt what you are feeling in this second as you read this, the warmth, the chill, the tears, the sudden sense of clarity. This is the signature of truth pressing against your spirit. This is your emergency wake up. This is your sign that the tide has turned. You have been marked for survival. You have been marked for blessing. You have been marked for inheritance, and what you are about to see will make sense of all the confusion. God says do not be afraid because nothing will go wrong with you. You are safe. You just have to trust God. You just have to pray to Him. You just have to breathe these words in and let them change you, because every sentence is a rope pulling you out of a pit that was dug for you. Michael says the ones who tried to bury you will soon see you lifted, and they will know they could not stop what heaven ordained. This is why you were led to this message at this hour. God says congratulations because you survived long enough to be delivered. Congratulations because you did not give up. Congratulations because though you felt forgotten, you were engraved on the palms of my hands, and now the angel assigned to you is shouting in triumph your name, your name, your name, because the plot is broken, the trap is exposed, the door of escape is open, and the blessing is moving toward you faster than the harm could find you. God says you will not cry a lot if you obey the urgency now. You will cry tears of relief instead, because the turn is already in progress. Even as you read this, a letter is being written about you, a phone call is being made about you, a door is being prepared about you, and when you walk through it you will know this moment was the turning point. Heaven is saying again, please open this immediately, not with your physical hands but with your heart. Open this message to sink inside you. Let it echo, let it break the chains of fear, let it stir up your prayer again, because in the next moments you will sense a stillness around you, and that is the angelic presence descending to confirm what you just read and to begin the work of moving you out of harm and into promise. God says, congratulations, beloved one, because the moment you have been sensing in your spirit has now reached you. Archangel Michael says with a thunderous yet tender voice that your red alert has arrived, that your angel is not allowing you to skip this at any cost, that if you try to walk away from these words your heart will feel the weight of tears, because this message is not a game, not a God says to you in this moment, before you even finish reading these words, that the wind of heaven is moving around you right now. He says He is not speaking to you casually. He is reaching for you as a father reaches for a beloved child who has wandered into a dark forest. He says this message is not ordinary. It is not a story, not a chain letter, not something to dismiss. It is a whisper from the highest, and Archangel Michael stands beside you as a sentinel, commanding you to open your heart because this is about your life, your destiny, and the truth you have prayed for secretly in tears. God says the time of hiding is over. The time of guessing is over. The truth you have been sensing but could not name is about to unfold in front of you as surely as a flower opens when the sun rises. God says the one who fell in love with you was drawn not merely to your face or your words but to the unseen glow around you, the radiance of your soul that even you do not fully see. Heaven has watched as you doubted your own worth, as you looked at yourself in the mirror and wondered whether you were lovable, whether anyone could truly see you. God says He has seen every night you cried quietly, every moment you pressed your hands together in prayer, every silent plea for clarity and safety. He says He has counted each tear and stored it in His heart. He says He is answering you now, but He must also warn you. There is a weight to knowing truth, a trembling that comes when what was hidden comes into light. You are about to know who has loved you, and when you see the depth of it, you may cry, not from pain but from the overwhelming beauty of being loved so fiercely, even when you felt invisible. Archangel Michael says he has stood guard over this connection. He has watched the warfare around it. He has seen the confusion, the delay, the spiritual fog that kept you from seeing clearly. He says now the veil is lifting. He orders you to open your heart, to open your eyes, to allow the truth to come without running from it. He says you are safe. He says no harm will befall you while this revelation unfolds. God Himself has wrapped you in His light. Michael has drawn his sword not to frighten you but to cut away every shadow, every whisper of deception, every barrier between you and what heaven has planned. God says you have always been sensitive. You can feel when something is about to happen, like the air before a storm. You have felt the tug in your spirit that someone's eyes were on you. Someone's prayers were reaching for you. God says you were not imagining it. That was real. That person has spoken your name in the quiet, has thought of you in moments of despair and hope alike. They have loved you beyond the surface. They have loved the part of you that carries light into rooms without trying. They have loved you in secret because they feared you would not believe them, feared you would reject them, feared you would not recognize their heart. But heaven has decreed that secret love cannot stay hidden forever. Heaven has decided that your loneliness will not be your destiny. Archangel Michael says this love is not an accident. It is not random. It was written before you were born. There are battles around it because anything heaven ordains draws opposition, but God has declared you safe. God has declared you untouchable in this hour. He says you must trust Him more than your fear. You must trust Him more than your memories of being hurt. You must trust Him more than the voice in your head that says you are not enough. He says you are more than enough. You are His chosen, His beloved. This is why He sent Michael to stand with you. This is why you are reading this now. God says there is a trembling in the spirit realm because your life is about to shift. The truth about the one who loves you is part of that shift. You may cry when you see it, not because it is bad but because it is so much deeper, so much older, so much more sacred than you realized. God says your tears will be cleansing, your heart will feel a release, like a locked door finally opening. He says do not be afraid of the intensity of this moment. Do not be afraid of feeling. Do not be afraid of receiving. Heaven has waited for you to be ready. He says you have prayed for signs. This is a sign. You have asked, Lord, am I safe? Will I be hurt again? Will I be abandoned? He says no. He says you are safe in Him. He says He is your covering. He says even if the world trembles, His hand over you will not move. He says to keep praying, but also to keep breathing. Inhale His peace. Exhale your fear. Let your heart slow down as you read. Feel His presence near you like a warm cloak. Feel Michael's sword drawn as a barrier of light between you and all harm. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. God says the person who loves you has been changed by your existence. They have battled their own fears. They have had to choose between silence and confession. They have had to grow up spiritually to even stand near you. They are not perfect, but their love has been real. Heaven has been moving on their heart, softening it, purifying it, so that when they finally come forward you will recognize the truth in their eyes. God says you may cry when you see it because you will feel Him in it. You will know this is not manipulation, not a trap, but a thread heaven has woven quietly across years. Archangel Michael says you must prepare your spirit. He says pray. He says speak with God tonight in your own words. Tell Him your fears. Tell Him your hopes. He says your honesty with God will make space for clarity. He says when the truth arrives you will not be overwhelmed, you will be grounded. God Himself will hold you steady. God says He knows the world has made you skeptical. He knows you have seen false promises, empty words, broken vows. He knows you have seen people use His name in vain. He says this is not that. He says this is a direct whisper from His heart to yours. He says He is reclaiming your hope. He says He is restoring your belief that goodness is real. He says He is not a man that He should lie. He says His timing is perfect, and His timing is now. He says to remember this, you are safe. Nothing will go wrong with you as you stay under His covering. You are surrounded by angels even if your eyes cannot see them. You are walking under a canopy of protection. You are being led step by step. You do not need to figure out everything today. You only need to open your heart, to breathe, to trust. God says He loves you. He says you are His child. He says this truth about the one who loves you is part of His larger plan to heal you, to surprise you with kindness, to show you that He never forgot the secret prayers you whispered when you felt most alone. He says your tears have been seeds. Now comes the harvest. Now comes the moment where hidden love is revealed and hidden pain is healed. He says you are not being tricked. You are being held. Archangel Michael stands as witness. He says again, open your heart. Open your eyes. Do not be afraid. Heaven is with you. God's hand is on you. You are safe. God says the time you have been waiting for has arrived, and the very air around you is heavy with the unseen wings of angels moving in your direction. You may not realize it, but right now, as you are reading these words, Archangel Michael has stepped forward with a sword of light and a shield of divine truth to guard you. He speaks your name before the throne of heaven, and he declares that no evil will be able to stand in your path. He declares that you are chosen, that you are called, and that your moment of exposure to divine miracles has come. He says, do not hesitate, do not turn away, because this is the hour when the curtain is pulled back and the things hidden in darkness come into the light. God says, congratulations, because your red alert has arrived, not as a punishment but as a signal, as a holy alarm that everything that has been blocking your destiny is being pushed aside by His mighty hand. There is a reason you are reading this now. Nothing in heaven is random. The timing is exact. The angels have aligned the circumstances so that at this very instant your spirit is open and ready. You are not reading someone else's promise. This is your promise. This is the message with your name written on it. The Lord has watched you in your tears, in your confusion, in the long nights when you thought no one saw you. He saw you. He heard every prayer. He collected every tear in His bottle. And now He sends Michael, not to frighten you but to stand in front of you as a living wall of light. Michael is speaking to you now, child of the Most High. You have been attacked in silence, you have been whispered about behind your back, you have been misunderstood, and you have been underestimated. But heaven has not underestimated you. Heaven knows your worth. Heaven knows your calling. Heaven knows the inheritance with your name on it. Heaven knows the divine connections prepared for you. That is why this message is urgent. This is your red alert. It is not a warning of doom but a trumpet of destiny. It is heaven's way of saying, we are moving now. We are shifting things now. We are breaking the chains now. God says, you are safe. Nothing will go wrong with you. Even as this message reaches you, there are angelic movements taking place in your home, in your relationships, in your finances, in your health, in your path. You have been praying for change and it is here. Do not think it will arrive in a small, quiet way. It will arrive like a flood of light, like a river overflowing its banks. You will sense it in your spirit first. You will see confirmations everywhere, signs, numbers, unexpected calls, doors opening. Do not dismiss them. Do not call them coincidences. They are not coincidences, they are coordinates. Heaven is giving you coordinates to follow. The Lord is showing me that for a long time, you have been under pressure. There were people who wanted you to fail, who tried to put obstacles in your way. Some even smiled to your face while plotting behind you. But they underestimated the covering over your life. God says the covering over you is stronger than any curse spoken, stronger than any plot arranged, stronger than any trap set. This is why you have survived things that would have destroyed others. This is why you are still standing. This is why you are reading these words. Because your life is not a random accident. Your life is a written story, and heaven is turning the page right now. Michael says, the time for hiding is over. The time for being silent when injustice rises against you is over. The time for living below your calling is over. You have been hidden like a seed in the soil, but now the soil is breaking open and the seed is emerging. You will no longer live in the shadows of others. You will no longer live under the weight of false words spoken over you. Heaven is erasing the false labels, the shame, the fear. Heaven is dressing you in new garments of courage, of clarity, of authority. God says, congratulations, because this is not the end, this is the beginning. This is not a farewell, this is a welcome. This is not the sound of defeat, this is the sound of victory trumpets. You may have felt that your prayers were lost in the sky, but they were not lost, they were stored. And now the storehouse is opening. Michael is opening scrolls with your name. Angels are moving assignments into your life. You will begin to meet the right people. You will begin to be at the right places at the right times. You will begin to have ideas and strategies that you did not have before. This is how heaven works, silently, then suddenly. Do not skip this moment. Do not scroll away. Do not think, this is for someone else. This is for you. Heaven's eyes are on you right now. The very fact that you are alive in this hour means there is still work to do, still songs to sing, still victories to win, still territories to claim, still blessings to receive. God says, I will not allow the plans of your enemies to prosper. I will not allow the traps to ensnare you. I will not allow the night to swallow your light. I am placing Michael before you and behind you. I am surrounding you with my favor as a shield. You are safe. Say it out loud. I am safe. Say it again. I am safe. Feel the words sink into you. This is not empty encouragement. This is truth. You are safe because the one who holds the universe holds you. You are safe because angels have been assigned to you. You are safe because no matter how dark the night, the dawn is unstoppable. And now God says something else. He says, I am lifting your eyes. You have been looking down, expecting little. Lift your eyes. Expect much. Expect the impossible. Expect sudden reversals. Expect secret enemies to be exposed. Expect hidden blessings to be revealed. Expect to step into rooms you never thought you would enter. Expect to see the fruit of seeds you planted long ago. Michael is whispering, do not be afraid of the shaking. There will be shaking. There will be movement. Some people may leave. Some situations may shift. But the shaking is not to destroy you, it is to position you. It is to remove what cannot stay so that what must stay can remain. You are being positioned for greatness, for peace, for stability. Even as you read, heaven is writing. Heaven is writing your name on invitations, on approvals, on documents, on testimonies. Heaven is writing your name into stories of healing, of restoration, of victory. Heaven is erasing your name from the lists of those who fail, of those who lose, of those who are forgotten. You will begin to feel the presence of Michael. It may feel like a sudden peace. It may feel like a weight lifting from your chest. It may feel like tears you cannot explain. That is not weakness, that is release. That is heaven touching you. God says, trust Him. Pray to Him. Speak to Him. He hears you. He is not distant. He is not deaf. He is closer than your breath. When you wake up, whisper His name. When you walk, whisper His name. When you are afraid, whisper His name. There is power in the name. There is safety in the name. Michael says, your red alert is your green light. This alert is not to paralyze you but to activate you. It is heaven saying, go forward. Step out. Believe again. Try again. Speak again. Love again. It is heaven saying, we are with you. We will not leave you. We will not forsake you. You have a destiny that cannot be stolen. You have promises that cannot be cancelled. You have a calling that cannot be revoked. You are a child of the Most High. You are not a mistake. You are not forgotten. You are chosen. You are protected. You are loved. And so now, even as you finish reading, lift your hands if you can. Breathe deeply. Let the fear go. Let the shame go. Let the doubt go. This is your moment. This is your message. This is your red alert. This is heaven touching earth in your life. God says, congratulations. Heaven celebrates you. Angels surround you. Michael guards you. The future waits for you. Walk into it with boldness. Walk into it with faith. Walk into it with the knowledge that you are never alone. God says to you right now that there is a reason this message has crossed your path at this exact second. Heaven does not operate in randomness. There is a divine alignment, an unseen orchestration, that brings a person to a moment of revelation at the appointed time, and you have reached your appointed time. God says congratulations because you have survived storms you didn't even know were trying to pull you under. You have walked through valleys you thought would swallow you whole, and yet you are here, breathing, standing, reading, and listening. This is not a coincidence. This is the signature of heaven on your life, a mark that you have been chosen to be protected and guided. Archangel Michael stands at the edge of your life right now, sword drawn, not in violence but in blazing protection, cutting away unseen threats, breaking every chain of darkness, and surrounding you with a light so bright that even the deepest shadows cannot approach you. God says you must understand how precious you are to Him. You have been watched over since before you took your first breath. You have been loved since before you even knew how to love back. Every tear you have cried has been collected. Every prayer you whispered into the dark thinking no one heard has been caught by angels and carried upward. Michael has been dispatched countless times to stand between you and destruction, to place his shield between you and the arrows of despair. This very message is another sign of that shield. Heaven is not allowing you to skip this because heaven knows how much you have endured and how close you are to the threshold of your breakthrough. This is why you feel a pull inside, a trembling, a sense that something monumental is about to happen. That sensation is not fear, it is recognition. Your soul recognizes when God is speaking. God says right now, your red alert has arrived, but it is not to harm you, it is to awaken you. When heaven sends a red alert, it is not to scare you, but to shake you awake, to say, "Beloved, something is happening, look now, do not turn away." Michael is standing over you, whispering, "Do not skip this moment. Do not sleep through this dawn. Do not let the weight of yesterday rob you of the light of today." He knows you have been weary. He knows you have been tested. He knows you have questioned whether your prayers make a difference. This is why He has come again, why God has sent this word through Him to you. It is not your imagination. You have been singled out by grace. You have been chosen for protection. You have been marked for breakthrough. God says that even as you read, a shift is taking place in the atmosphere around you. The heaviness that tried to suffocate you is loosening. The confusion that tried to cloud your decisions is lifting. The